How's it going, friends? Today's video, and honestly, looking at the weather, I'm not even totally sure that I'm going to successfully make this video, but I have some options. But I really want to ride the motorcycle through basically every house that is on the Artisan Home Tour in Minnesota, which is basically a biannual setup of multiple homes that are available to the public to view, made by custom home builders who are just making the most stunning homes basically in Minnesota. Most of it is in the West Metro. Some of it is in the South Metro or the Southwest Metro. And there's one that I have very little confidence that I'll actually get to, which is in the Northeast part of the Metro. And when I checked the weather yesterday, there was only a little bit of chance of rain later in the evening, and now it's already started raining and it's not even 10 a.m. yet. So it looks like the rain is generally on the eastern edge of the metro and it's very, very spotty. So I think I can get through it. But I also don't want to just be showing up to some of the nicest homes in the Twin Cities absolutely soaked. So we'll see how this goes. But I think if the weather doesn't disrupt things too badly, this should be a very, very fun day and pretty fun video. I gotta say, the rain didn't last quite as long as I thought it would. Oh, we're actually getting some sun. I think the further west I head, which is where most of the houses are, the clearer it will get, which is pretty satisfying. But I did stop in downtown in North Loop to grab a cup of coffee because I have not had coffee yet this morning, and I kind of want it. I feel like I could use the extra little bit of focus as I'm about to head out. I think I'm running about 10 minutes behind, or 10 minutes right after the Artisan Home Tour would actually start. So not too terribly far behind, but just behind enough to feel like I'm a little behind the 8 ball. This first one is in Medina, which is again about 30 minutes away from North Loop. Bottoms up. Stop one is a home in Medina by Gordon James Builder. Beautiful. These roads that I drove up here on were half the reason I wanted to do this day today. Beautiful development over here. They said no professional cameras, so everything else is going to be iPhone of these actual houses. Oh yeah. Also, it's raining pretty good now. The second house here is by James Co. Homes. Redstone Interiors, Alexander Design Group is the architect, who actually was the architect on the most recent City Homes tour that we did on the main channel. I will say I'm starting to feel a bit like a wet dog, but we've only done 2 and there's so many left to see. So we'll keep seeing them. Next up is a home in Wayzata by Alma Jones. By far the most neighborhoody area, which makes sense for Wayzata. There's an appetite for these homes on these lots with really good access to so many things. It's not raining anymore. Not bad. Next up is a Rambler, single story by Lake Country Builders. It is directly across from Lake Minnetonka, tucked into this neighborhood, really. A lot of shared driveway going on. But yeah, single story. Very intentional. You'd have to be. Here's another one. And now we are at a custom home by Gagne. Custom Homes or Gagne Custom Homes. We have a busy street, but a beautiful lot. Next up is a home by Superior Contracting. in Excelsior, and it's on Lake Minnetonka. Love that double height glass right there. Next up, we have a home from JB Woodfitter in Credit River. I made it to the South Metro. Beautiful, huge lots over here. There's only a couple spaces in the Metro where you consistently find these enormous lots. This is the driveway. You literally can't even see the house from the cul-de-sac. Excited to get to this one. Wow. I was looking down at my phone, putting my maps in to make sure I would make it to the last one. And I looked up and this was there. Wow. That's a house. This lot is crazy. Beautiful lot. Obviously some landscaping yet to be done. Some older properties kind of back through the woods there. Nothing quite as elite as this, but right, y'all, we made it. Last one. We're in Prior Lake. This is SD Custom Homes Rambler, but doesn't look like a Rambler. Not as ramblery as the other one. All right. A little bit of blue in the sky. Could be worse. I'm not mad at it. All right, y'all, that's it for the video. That's it for the day. I now have to drive back home to my house in St. Paul, which, with avoiding highways, which is what I'm doing all day, is about an hour. Shouldn't be an hour if it was a car, but it is. So, very fun day. Thanks for coming with me. Glad I stuck through it, and I think the clouds are moving in a little bit, but here's hoping. All right, y'all. See you in the next video.